Hi everybody, Patrick here from EngineeringShock.com, ElectronicLessons.com, and PaintballProps.com. I've been working on some sample code for the ICU-Duino Arduino shield that is currently on Kickstarter. Kickstarter link below. And pledgers will receive, included with their manual, some sample code. I hope this isn't the only one. I'm pretty sure I'll have at least one or two more. But this is one I came up with the other day, and I hope you like it. First thing you need to do is take your jumper and short the PG2 pins. The 3-pin jumper right there has 3 pins. The rightmost pins, the middle and right pins from this perspective are PG1, and the middle and left pins are PG2. Take your 2-pin header and short the middle and right pins from this perspective, PG1. Next, take a female to female wire connector and connect the IR out, the infrared out, infrared sensor right here, to input, which is the input of the microcontroller. Next, take another female to female wire connector, connect it to the output pin, which is the output of the microcontroller, and connect it to pin 8 on the Arduino. Next, take another female to female wire connector, connect pin 3 of the Arduino to the indicator LED pin on the ICU-Duino board. Lastly, take another female to female wire connector and connect PIR out, which is our motion sensor, passive infrared sensor, and connect that to pin 4 on the Arduino board. What we're going to do here is we're going to upload the sketch, and we're going to press the button, or we're going to use an infrared remote. We have that option. We'll go through both scenarios, and what will happen is the red LED will turn on for 10 seconds, after which the sequence will activate. We're going to open up our serial monitor. We're going to leave the room. And what happens is on the serial monitor, after that, it's going to tell us when motion is detected. And not only that, it's going to tell us how many times motion is detected. So say I want to leave this in the middle of the room. If I'm within 1.5 meters, 2 meters, and even up to 2.5, 3 meters of the PIR sensor in any direction, as long as it's not, as long as there's nothing covering a certain side, what's going to happen is it's going to count on the serial monitor how many times motion has been detected. So if I arm this, leave the room, come back 2 hours later and it says motion detected 1 time, that means I set it off on the way back into the room. If it says motion detected 5 times, then I know someone's been in the room. So let's give it a try. Sorry about the poor lighting, folks. So what's going to happen is I'm going to leave the room, and as I'm leaving the room, I'm going to use a remote control to activate it using the infrared sensor. And after that, the LED is going to turn on for 10 seconds. Once it goes out, it's scanning, and the PIR sensor, passive infrared sensor, will then wait for motion to be detected. Now, once I'm going to show you how it looks when I arm it, and then I'm going to open up the serial screen, after which I'm going to rearm it again so that you can see the serial monitor as I leave the room and enter the room. So right now I'm going to press any button on my remote, and so this gives you 10 seconds to leave the room. It also acts to give the sensor, the PIR sensor, time to calibrate, because if you just power it up, on power up, PIR sensors typically need to warm up for 10 seconds or so before they are ready to be used. In any case, I'm going to actually have to reset the system because I want to show you the serial monitor. Right now it's detecting my presence because I'm giving off an infrared spectrum, so I'm going to reset it. The system is reset. Now I'm going to open the serial monitor and I'm going to rearm it. I'm hoping you can see that okay. So I'm going to leave the room. I'm arming it now. LED is on. I'm going to wait 10 seconds. And after 10 seconds, that LED will go out. I know you can't see it right now, but I'm about 8 meters away. The LED is off. So right now it's just scanning. And as long as it doesn't pick up on somebody else entering the room, the serial monitor is going to remain empty until I walk into the room. I'm going to walk slowly into the room, about 3 meters away, 2 meters, there we go. Motion has been detected 1 time. So I'll leave the room. I can't see from here if it picked me up leaving the room because there's about a 5-second duration between periods of time when you can, when it can detect you. After it detects you one time or two times, there's a 5-second delay in between. So after 5 seconds of detection, basically it starts scanning again. And 2 times. So we'll just keep doing this, and if I hold down a button on the remote for 4 or 5 seconds, it will reset the system. So now let me show you. I'm walking in again 3 times. So now I'm going to show you the button press version. If I remove power, wait a few seconds for the capacitors to discharge, I'm going to hold down the button on the ICU-Duino board. I'm going to plug it back in. I'm going to let go. Now, instead of using a remote, I can manually arm it by simply pressing this button. Again. So now it's giving us 10 seconds until it's armed. So let's check the serial monitor again. I'm going to arm it now. I'm going to walk into the room. I'm going to arm it manually by pressing the button. I know you can't see the board. It's hard to get a good view of the serial monitor and the board in the same view. But I'm going to basically leave the room and turn off the lights. So I'm going to arm it, press the button, go over, turn off the light. There's still light from the LCD screen, but that shouldn't make a difference. Even if it was pitch black in here, it would still pick up only on the human infrared spectrum. It doesn't detect lighting or darkness. There's a Fresnel cap that filters out ambient light. So I'm going to walk in slowly. 5 meters away. 4. Picked me up from almost 4 meters away. That's good. So I'm going to leave the room again. I could turn off the monitor again, and it'd just be like a little security system. Tell you how many times someone's been in your room. You could put it in the liquor cabinet if you like. Have your kids been messing around in the liquor cabinet? Obviously that's not very likely. Okay, so that's the second time I'm right beside it. Leave the room again. Hopefully it didn't pick me up a third time as I was walking away. There's a 5-second interval. And lastly, I'll just walk in one more time. So that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already checked out the ICU-Duino Kickstarter campaign, it's linked below. Take care and thanks again.